All right, so I got a new needle and seat kit here for this 16 horse Briggs carb, and you're supposed to use like a self-tapping screw, but I can't find them anywhere. So I'm gonna take this 1/4 tap and tap it into the seat here. So let me do that first and then we'll come back. The tap into the seat here. So let me take that out and I'll show you what we're gonna do next. All right, so the next step is I got this steel spacer here at Tractor Supply. It's a 3/8 long, 3/8 by 1/2 inch by 1 inch, so it's a 3/8 center. And what we're gonna do is put this spacer over where the seat is here. So it's down inside of there. And I'm just taking this 1/4 inch bolt here. And I might have to get one that's shorter, but just gonna thread that in there. And I need to get a shorter bolt. Hold on, be right back. All right, so what I ended up doing was taking a nut and putting it under that washer because I didn't have a bolt that's the right length, so it gave me a little more length. So we're basically gonna just tighten up this screw and it will pull that seat up from the bottom. So let me do that and we'll be right back. All right, so off camera I was screwing this thing in and it's working good. So I think it's just about to come out. Let's see what we got here. Let me take this. I think I need, you know what? I think I actually got to put another thing in here, or maybe I can switch to a shorter bolt. Let's see. Unscrew this bolt from it. Let's see. Okay, so it worked great. You can see that the seat is still attached to the bolt here, so it just made a little puller and it came right out. So now we're going to get the new seat and press it in there. So let's get that box and read the instructions and we'll do it together. Needle and seat kit, part 394683. I've been waiting for these parts for almost a month. I finally had to go to eBay to get it because the dealer that sells Briggs parts was unable to get it from Briggs. So it ended up that I typed the part number in eBay and I got a 3-pack of them for $4 more than one of them costs at the dealer. So let's see. They give you some really nice instructions here about what you do. They talk about using the puller and everything. They talk about a special Briggs part number for the self-tapping screw, which we're already past that. So let's go down here. Let's see. So you see here, they show you how it says insert the new bushing into the carburetor body. Bushing has a starting lead. So they're actually like putting it in a vise and they're going to tighten the vise and use the old seat to put it in, which seems kind of crazy to me. And then on the back here, it tells you how to deal with the float and everything. It says, if the engine has a fuel pump, install a kit, blah, 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 with the fuel pump seat, which I think that is our part number, 394683. Let me double check. 394683, yep, so it's the right one. So I don't know if a fuel pump kit has a different seat than one without a fuel pump, as if it has more pressure that has to go through there. So it says press the new bushing flush with the carburetor body using screw and old bushing as a new driver. So let's see what we do. We want it to be flush with the bottom of the carb. So let's get out that bushing. Let's see. So here is the new bushing. And before I put it in, I'm just going to blow out the old hole in case there's any chips in there from the tap. So let me just do that. Okay, so let's see how hard this is going to be to put it in there. Oh, it's not going to be hard at all. I got it in about halfway without even trying. So I'm kind of concerned about pressing this in a vise because I don't want to break the carb. But it sounds like what the instructions are basically saying is that if I take this old bushing here and I'm going to put a shorter bolt in it. Let me get a bolt. Okay, so I screwed the old bushing into the bolt. So I'm basically going to open up my vise and just start squeezing it and we'll press it in. Let's see. vise here, and let me just zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna turn the vise. Oh yeah, it's just going right in, no problem. I only turned it about a quarter turn. There we go, there we go. Bam, that's it, all done. So let me take it out and we'll check it out. Right, it looks really nice here. So we got that seat nice and flush, and hopefully that's gonna solve our leaking problem. So let's go put it all back together. All right, so I got the float back in there, and I actually measured like they show in the directions here. What I did is I put the old box on there, and then I took my caliper and measured up here, and it's the same distance on both sides. So I leveled it out, and I put in the needle that they gave me with the kit. Now, interesting enough, the needle with the kit did not have the like plastic tip on it, and the needle that came in my brand new Briggs Carb kit that I was using on there did. So let's see what happens. All right, so I got it hooked back up, and got my rig Model L gas tank going here. Let's see what happens. I hear air coming out, like gas is coming in. Let me turn the light on here. Yeah, it's filling up with gas. Like, that float is not doing a thing. So waiting 3 months did absolutely nothing is what it appears. It's just peeing right out of the bottom of the carb still. What the heck? So float valve is a fail. I don't know what to do now. Inside that hole there's a seat that we're going to put that ground up stem in and try to lap the bottom. Let's give it a shot. So here's what we got. We got our valve grinding compound, and we got the old emulsion tube that I ground the threads off of. And we're going to put some compound right around this little area here, and then we'll put it in the hole and try to lap it. All right, so I put it in there and wiggled it back and forth and lifted it in and out a few times. Is it actually going to do anything? I don't know. That's what the repair manual says to do. I'm going to do it a couple more times, and then we'll try to put it back together and see if it still leaks. All right, it's dark out, but I got it hooked back up, and let's see what happens this time. There goes the gush of air. There goes the fuel. Piece of junk. Oh well. Piece of junk, huh? What is wrong with these stupid things, huh? Well, I guess that the $31 China carb I ordered is coming tomorrow, and hopefully that will fix it, because nothing that Briggs & Stratton says to do to fix this carburetor works. Piece of junk. So not only did my carburetor repair fail, but my brand new Briggs & Stratton jet remover twisted on the end here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that sucker twisted and freaking broke. So I'm really mad, because that's like a $10 tool that just got trashed tightening up that needle. This had to make it really tight. I made it really tight. I didn't expect it to bend the end of the screwdriver off. I figured it would be a little stronger than it is, I guess. So I'm just going to put it in the vise here and just clamp down on it and see if it will bend it back. But I'm really disappointed right now. I put it in there and I clamped it down, and I just gave it a little twist, and it seems to have straightened out. Whether it's going to be strong enough to actually work still, I have no idea. The only other trick they said to do was to get a O-ring that's a gas-proof O-ring that would fit down here over this thing, and see if that would do it. I really don't think that this seat is the problem. So I don't know if there's a defect in the metal of the carb and there's a hole somewhere that there shouldn't be a hole, but something is just totally messed up, and I never really throw in the towel in defeat, but I pretty much have. So tomorrow that Amazon carb's going to come, and we'll see if that one will work.